warm welcome to everyone across the globe. We should be on the way very shortly. The players will be with us any time now. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
This is quite a run, and he's not done yet. It's a forceful run down the right, but he's short of options now. It's one! Good clearance and very necessary. Going for goal! Great ball to play him in, but he will be gutted to miss that.
And that all stems from great vision, you know. What a delightful little ball over the top that was. Oh, look, they've stopped.
He's delivered all right! There is the breakthrough! He was urged to shoot, and he duly delivered.
Yeah, good defence is built on positioning, communication, and you've got to have a desire to attack the ball, but they were found really wanting then on all three aspects. Nobody took charge.
He scored!
Wonderful stuff, and it was all about quick thinking and even quicker feet, but you have to ask questions as to how he got through.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Oh, I think the coach will really be annoyed with that. The players were still thinking about their goal and just got caught napping.
Great run this, he's covered quite a distance. Hits one! Goal! Galatasaray! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. I've given such an open invitation, he was always going to shoot.
It's rarely a problem when that much time is afforded in the penalty box. Nobody sensed where the danger was lurking, and the finish was made a lot easier.
Galatasaray take the lead.
Yeah, for me this team seems to find it easier to attack than defend.
Really well taken goal. And already they're looking to run away with it.
Oh, that was a close call, but for me, he timed his run to absolute perfection there to stay just onside, and he's still a lot to do, you know, but I think he's tucked that away really well.
He's made it two, and no doubt he's hungry for more. Galatasaray took a two-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, they've got themselves into such a good position now with a two-goal cushion. I wouldn't like to be in their dressing room if they let this one slip.
Galatasaray are ahead here. It's been a good half for them. Boots it upfield. Dani Alves has been pulled offside. Nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, when it becomes that speculative, I think it requires something from the very top drawer, and you have to think a little bit more about that. In the end, he's just opted for raw power.
It shows there will be 3 extra minutes. That'll be the last act of the first half. Galatasaray in for half-time with a 3-1 lead. Here we go again. Good run through the middle, but he needs support. It's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise. Good run down the left. What can they make of it? Attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Oh, listen, I think you can understand at times that the pace of the game pressures players into split-second decisions, and sometimes they just make the wrong one, and I think he would have been better placing that.
He scores! Just one in it now! The game takes on a whole new complexion! This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, I think they probably needed an early goal in this half just to give them the confidence and belief to push on and look for an equaliser.
Thrust towards the front line. Daniel Alves. That's not going to make it. Towards the front. So what now? This needed to be better than that, and he knows it. "75 minutes played. Belts one! Forceful run down the right, but he's short of options now. Decent ball, surely. Oh, taken with style.
Well, we're all back to square one, but I hope this game opens up from here. It looks as if it could happen. When you can produce a first touch that is as good as that, you're on a winner. And it was all done with consummate ease. That's just lovely to watch. A beautiful flow.
This has become one superb game of football.
Well, that goal just serves to give them the momentum and psychological edge now at this stage, but for me, they've got to chase a winner.
Can he finish? Goal! Galatasaray! Surely that has won it! A massive strike at the very last! Well, from right in front of goal, there was no way he was going to miss.
I think when you can see the goal like that, the manager has to start questioning his personnel, because to allow someone into that position, totally unmarked, I think that's reckless in the extreme, I really do.
Galatasaray take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on. Four added minutes on the board. Galatasaray just have to run down the clock. Now the pass. And time is up. Well, somehow they turned it round. Every ounce of energy, emotional, physical, mental, is spent. That is some win. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Oh, listen, if you've got that kind of power and that kind of pace in your team, I think you'll plough through most teams. Those central areas tend to be very congested, lots of traffic going on, but it wasn't a problem for them.
So a warm welcome to you all. We will be on the way very shortly, once all the pleasantries are complete. And our live game is Galatasaray against Sevilla. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, this one is pretty easy. It's got to be Aguero. How do you contain someone with the speed of movement, technical strength and finishing ability that he possesses? All I'm saying is that I'm glad it's not me trying to stop him.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. And it's Aguero. Tries a through ball. He's gone for it! Goal! Sevilla! And Sevilla score first! I've given such an open invitation, he was always going to shoot.
Yeah, I've got great admiration for the finish, but I've even more admiration for the pass that set it up. It was delicious.
Sevilla take the early advantage. Zabaleta. Aguero. It's got through. And the finish! Can he get the shot away? It's in! Hot knife through butter. They have done it again. Well, from right in front of goal, there was no way he was going to miss.
Look, I don't want to take anything away from the finish because he ghosted his way into position. But where was the communication in that defence? Who was taking charge? Nobody.
Sevilla have a couple of goals without reply. It's 2-0.
That second goal has such a polarising effect on prospective moods. I mean, one team are under more pressure now to get the next goal, and the other will fancy their chances of turning 2 into 3.
Now it's Aguero. Shoots!
Well, listen, I think you can understand at times that the pace of the game pressures players into split-second decisions, and sometimes they just...
They are rampant! All too easy! They are in danger of disappearing out of sight!
And as soon as they made that error in midfield, they didn't have time to react before the ball hit the net. Very much a lesson learned.
Sevilla take a 3-goal lead and they are romping out of sight. It's a forceful run down the right, but he's short of options now. Galatasaray are 3 down and sinking. So what now? Now it's Aguero. Now the pass. A chance! He's off on a marauding run. Another chance! What about it? And they are disappearing out of sight. He was so alert to the possibilities there. Great stuff.
Oh, look, there's only one player who merits all the praise for that. Not only did he finish it, but his instincts for being where he was are absolutely top-notch.
Sevilla totally rampant here. Well, this man's contribution is, as you would expect, proving terrific.
Well, not only can a player of such high calibre show the imagination to set up a goal, but he can also produce when the pressure's on to deliver a big moment. This guy was born to create.
Passes it through. It's a throw in. Daniel Alves. Well, it did look promising to start with, but in the end they were thwarted before they could even make it into the final third. Zabaleta. Great run this, he's covered quite a distance. Lovely feet. Looks like a good ball through. Galatasaray are trailing here with the first half almost done. And he's shown him a clean pair of heels. Out wide to the right. Nicely controlled. Shots on. Oh, surely! Get that clear. Aguero looks to slip it through. Chance! Aguero! Fantastic! That is classic Kun Aguero! They are running riot here. Given such an open invitation, he was always going to shoot.
Well, considering he has a bit of a shoot-on-sight policy, he was the one player that should have been picked up then. It was both careless and costly from where I'm sitting.
Sevilla tear their opponents apart once again. They are utterly ruthless. Tries a through ball. That'll be the final action of the first half. Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, I'm sure the managers talk the talk, and now it's time for these players to walk the walk and deliver a rousing response to a rousing team talk.
Oh, it's opened up nicely for him. It's anyone's ball. Oh no, it's an own goal!
Oh, they'll really be kicking themselves after conceding a goal like that.
Sevilla got some help from Lady Luck there. They all count. Forceful run down the right, but he's short of options now. Aguero goes on a charge down the left. Oh, they can break here. Daniel Alves gets in to thwart him. He's tried one!
They've got to make a statement now to say to their opposition, we're not giving up without a scrap, to give themselves the belief that this is recoverable.
It's good progress he's made on the ball, played out to the wing. He's made sure that that won't get through. Forward, what does he try from here? It's Aguero. Galatasaray retain the ball, but seemingly in no rush to break forward. Galatasaray haven't made a substitution yet. It's long and forward. Now it's Aguero. And the counter is on. Great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise. Ball's out on the left now. It away. They really are proving themselves to be solid all over the field. Who's ball? Who's going to get there? Another piece of really good defending. Sevilla get it back again. Some good work on the right flank. Now what's next? Aguero collects the ball from behind. Like a good ball through. Aguero. He's found his man. Oh, that's clearly not what he wanted to do. Oh, he's broken through. It's Aguero! Oh, taken with style. Results no longer in doubt. It's just about how many.
That's always a great sight, you know, on a football pitch. Nimble-footed, showed great balance and a really cool head to finish. And that kind of dribbling is really smart.
That had to be more accurate. Now the pass. Goalkeeper's ball.
Can admit to being second best so far. They've not looked together enough and concentration levels are well down on the standard we expect.
Pumps it forwards. He's in, surely! The final 5 minutes. Good run down the left. What can they make of it? Knocks it towards the front. Aguero! Fantastic! That is classic Kun Aguero! Well, that always looked the likely outcome.
It's almost criminal to see a defence fail to identify someone who thrives when it comes to shooting stats. They knew, and yet they didn't heed, and they've paid the price and deserve to.
He snaffles his third, and that earns him the match ball.
This is one of the best performances I've seen in a while. He's practically taken on this team single-handedly, and they don't know how to stop him.
Some good play on the left-hand side now to profit from it with a delicate ball. And through to the goalkeeper. So that's it. It is all over. Galatasaray had no answer. Second best in every department and correspondingly well beaten. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?